Builder business, builder business, builder business. I think every mortgage originator who's not an in-house lender for a builder envies it, right? Just envies it for a couple of reasons. Number one, good, great built-in business. And number two, builders tend to have those, dreaded incentives that they give people to buy only if they use their particular builder. And so a lot of times as originators, we're on the outside looking in when it comes to new home builder deals. And I'm here with Michael Collins today of Colonial Mortgage in Waldorf, Maryland. And he's found a way to, kind of kick down the doors and break in and get some business. So, Michael, how are you today, man?
Oh, doing great, Frank. Thank you for having me on.
No problem. Guys, welcome to the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast, brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. I'm your host, Frank Array, and that was our big intro. Obviously, I am here with Michael Collins, and we're going to talk about just that. We're going to talk about getting some builder business. And before we do that, we'll set the stage just so we know who we're talking to here. So, Michael, you're a mortgage broker, right?
Correct.
Okay. And how long you been in the business?
'03, so on year 20.
Okay, excellent. So quite some time, mortgage broker, swinging deals out there in Maryland, having a wonderful time, doing good. You were on Loan Officer Breakfast Club with us. You're on all the time. And by the way, thanks for being there. You're a great asset to Loan Officer Breakfast Club. We appreciate you chiming in all the time. It's really wonderful. But you were on Loan Officer Breakfast Club, and I think it was today. I think it was actually today where you brought up, yeah, I was doing some builder deals. I talked to one and led to another deal and led to another deal. And the next thing you know, I've got these 10 people calling me and I've got all these deals going in, and everybody's eyes on the Zoom call just kind of like, wait a second, what's up with this builder stuff, man? So, and it was cool because you were talking about utilizing the daily success plan and following up and asking for the business. But I think people were really interested in, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. How did you penetrate that wall, that wall around that's typically around a builder, which is I've got a preferred lender and no thanks. You're not welcome in. Kind of give us the story and the progression and kind of how the daily success plan helped to progress things along there.
Absolutely. And thank you again for the opportunity. So, very briefly, the builder has a mortgage company that turned down this loan. That the borrower then went to their bank. Their bank turned down the loan. And the bank that turned down the loan, that loan officer is a friend of mine and also one of your mortgage marketing animals.
Okay.
Good friend. So we were in the process. He said, if you can do anything with this, let's get it done. I took the application and got them qualified, and their house is going to close in September.
Okay.
So that's how it started.
Gotcha. And that loan though has been in process for quite some time, because these builder deals, they're typically not, hey, we're ready to close tomorrow, here's a deal. It's like, hey, we're getting started, we're building a house, it'll be several months. How long was that loan in process before you're now in a position to wrap it up?
So that was a 180-day lock that we did back in February, March, and it's going to be settled up here in the beginning of September. So 6.5 months long. It's not quick.
Yeah, exactly. These deals take time, but they're deals,
yep.
Right?
They're deals.
And I always like to tell somebody, I mean, everybody wants a deal today, but can you use a deal 6 months from now? Sure. Yeah, I can use a deal 6 months. Okay, so maybe this is something to consider, right? So, okay, so you got a referral from a friend of yours who doesn't work for your company. He's a loan originator who works for a different organization. He got the call, he couldn't do it, and so he reached out to you.
Yep.
You get a hold of the builder agent, correct, to get this thing going.
Exactly.
Now, that's been a 6-month long process to process this loan. So over the 6-month period, what else has transpired?
So the DSP has been at the time, became part of what I do. And I just called her every week and just checked in. Sometimes a text, sometimes an email, sometimes a quick phone call.
Got it.
And about 3 months later, she sent me another transaction. Oh, this failed out on her thing. You got the other one going. And I got the loan commitment here, so I know it's real. And, would you mind taking a look at doing something else for us? And so I did. Tough cookie. We got him done, and he's due to close, I think, in November.
Okay.
So that was number 2, and that one came in June.
Okay, but again, I want to emphasize here, I mean, you got the original deal in, you're working it, but you did do your due diligence to make sure you stayed in touch with the agent.
Yeah.
And we talk about this. The daily success plan Tuesdays are our days to touch base with our deals that are in process and talk to the agents, let them know we're still on track for a smooth and flawless closing. And hey, by the way, anything else I can help you with, right? So you made sure you did this along the path, and now here we are a few months later, and we pick up another deal from this
Exactly.
agent. Okay, now where do we go?
Okay, so then the following, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, they're in a management meeting. This agent that has now referred me two deals, and some of her coworkers, and one of her coworkers is having credit trouble with another borrower. And without even flinching, she said, "Call Mike. Here's his name and number." And it was just a matter of fact referral. It wasn't anything that I was even involved
Right.
in. So because we had put two up on the board, the first two
Yeah.
she sent us, and we were able to. Thankfully, we were able to do them. That got some attention. So then the next agent called me with the next deal, and that one went up on the board. So now
No
we have
kidding.
three.
So
Yeah,
now we got three up on the board, right?
exactly.
But now
Yep.
we've got two agents,
Right.
right? So now we got three deals, and now we got two agents. So now I would assume, you tell me, we've got this new agent. Is she, getting some love from you every week on this deal?
Well, it's the same thing. Call DSP every
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday. Give them a call. They're
Mm-hmm.
just ask, and so that's what we did. Gave her a call. She was happy. Referred me to another, and we're kind of working our way down the food chain from a big single family over to some townhouses. So
Gotcha.
the deal sizes are a little smaller, but they're still around here in the 400s. I mean,
Hey man, deal's a deal. Yeah,
yeah, it's good. It's good.
good
So
money.
she referred to another one, and three more. They all went on the board.
Okay,
So
but three more. What do you mean three
three
more?
more. But three more referrals from a different agent.
So agent number two now referred you to agent number three. This is all working for the builder,
Yep.
right? Okay,
Yep.
so referred you to agent number three. Agent
Mhm.
number three now sends you three deals
Yes.
on the board.
Booked them all.
Booked them all
Booked them all.
on
Yep.
the
Three for
board.
three.
So
Yep.
now we're
Yep.
up to like 5 transactions or so that are
Yep. Yeah.
booked in, ready to
Right.
go. And now we've got three agents that we get to update every
Right.
Tuesday and let them know what's going on and
Right.
ask them if there's anybody else that you can help, right?
So fast forward to last week.
Okay.
On Tuesday, DSP again. Just a quick ping, text, email. Uh, the first agent again refers me to a fourth agent. So
Okay.
and the fourth agent, takes my info, gives it to the borrower. They actually called my shop without even calling me. They turned out we couldn't qualify, but there's no problem. I mean, it was still a referral.
Yeah.
She was so excited there was an option. I called her and talked to her, and I said, just how would I get a hold of others in your, we, I've got, I named the agents, and I said, we've got them, but I know there are others, and it looks like we've got something here that kind of works for you guys. Would you mind sharing? And she sent this nice email to 9 of her coworkers that said, great outside source for lending. Call Mike Collins if you're having trouble, credit qualifying and so on. Holy cow. I was floored, and this was yesterday, I want to say. And
Yeah.
so I just, followed it with a quick, hi, everybody. We do FHA 580, just a little
Yeah.
bit of a blurb of
The
what we can
niche
do.
stuff that you do that you're
Yeah.
finding that the in-house
And that's
lender
it.
struggles with and things that
Exactly.
you can pull off. And
Yep.
so you did that, and that happened yesterday.
That happened yesterday. So, and so far nothing, but they'll come. They'll come. I'm
Dude, it's
totally confident.
well, what the reason I wanted to get you on is because it's twofold, right? It just shows that nothing's impossible. Okay. I think a lot of originators feel like trying to get into it. Sounds like it's a big builder. I mean, there's a lot of agents.
Yeah.
That's a pretty there. How many like developments is that with all those agents?
There are, I want to say there may be dozens within just our state. So
Wow.
there's a lot. It's big. Yeah.
So it's big. Yeah. And so, like I said, I want to just point out that it's not impossible. You can get in with a builder, even though they have the preferred lender, right? Typically preferred lenders are going to be pretty clean. A lot of time the preferred lenders might even be joint ventures between the builder and a bank. Sometimes, that happens.
If not outright owned. Yeah.
Yeah, or if not outright, but they tend to be pretty plain vanilla stuff, right? They tend to be pretty cookie cutter. hi-fi code, high or low LTV kind of stuff with the market changing, et cetera, right? There's going to be, there's the need to be able to open up the product mix for these
Right.
builders. Builders are reaching out to real estate people big time now. They're saying, hey, we didn't cooperate before, but now you'll get 15 grand if you send to somebody. It's happening, right? So it's a good opportunity to start to get in. But so I want to point out that it's not impossible, but I think the thing that's important, Michael, for everybody to understand is that what you did when you got in on that first deal, right? On that very first deal that got you in the door, where you got that first loan up on the board, you were able to work, a plan that helped parlay that into, now we've got an email going out from your fourth agent that came from all of this, 5 or 6 deals into the pipeline that
Right.
went out to 9 other agents in there. And that's where we've left off. I'd love to do a sequel to this podcast, in about 3 or 4 months, and see what this turns into, because I'm really curious if this is going to, catch wind of the actual owners of the actual builder owners, and maybe they're going to say, hey, this guy's doing great. Maybe we should just kind of bring him on the team somehow, right? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
So, that occurred to me, and then then I kind of looked them up, and I saw that they've got multiple dozens going in multiple states, and they're just gargantuan. So I don't
Mm,
see that as a real thing. We're a very small brokerage, and
mm,
I don't see this as any sort of threat. Furthermore, the one agent that I was speaking with, uh, he moved to a state that we don't operate in
ah,
just this past week, and
mhm.
and I said, well, we can look into doing this. He goes, you may want to look into it. The last time that I was in this state not long ago, and the outside lender in that case is a friend, and we sent her an average of about 20 deals a year.
Okay, I'll take 20 deals a year.
And I just was floored. I'm like, wait a minute, I need to put more into this. I mean, that's kind of, that really got my attention. So if that one guy is doing, 20 deals a year to outside lenders, then there's a lot
Yeah,
of work here. There's a
there's a
lot of
lot
work
of
here.
work, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
something to definitely roll up the sleeves,
Mhm.
break out the whiteboard, and
Yeah,
start.
exactly.
How do we work this more? Because you're in, I mean,
Yep.
I think the hard part's over, and now you're in, and
Yep.
so now you can kind of work this thing. So yeah, I just want
Mhm.
people to know it's not impossible. It can get done. For you, it kind of happened in a roundabout way, where one of your loan officer buddies who couldn't do a deal gave you a call, and you were able to pull it off. But I would say to all of our originators listening is, this has always been a strategy that's always been on the, in the mind of pretty
Mhm.
much every originator ever, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how do I get in to be that backup lender and a builder, right? And I would say now is a great time to actually look into that and see what you can do. I would also say that if you get a chance to meet with one of the sales agents, and I mean, what are your thoughts on this, Michael? I would, if I was an originator and I didn't have my buddy loan officer who got me in the door like you did in this case, but I think we could still put builder agents through the same Thor's hammer kind of process, and reaching out to them, talking to them, just being there, if they need something done. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. The process works. I remember when I first had my first interview call back in March, and I think it was Mike. I want to say, I'm not sure, but I was just had no luck with realtors whatsoever, and in the last 19 years, and that's exactly what he told me is you have to trust the process.
Yeah.
You have to trust the process, and
Yeah.
that took a leap of faith on my side. I'm like, okay, we'll try it again, but I'm going to do it differently this time, and I did what you guys said, and darn it if it didn't work. So
So just implement the process that we do for our regular direct, residential, retail, if you will, real estate agents, but start
yeah,
including some of these builder agents into this, because I think the timing is ripe for us right
yeah,
now. And you've
absolutely.
proven, in my opinion, that once you can get in, and if you can get a deal, as long as you work the plan and stay in touch with these agents, update them on a regular basis, and ask them for more business, you're proof in the pudding, Mike. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I
you're
agree.
the proof in the pudding.
I mean, so far so good. It's working. So thanks again.
Yeah, yeah. No problem. No problem. Hey, anything else you'd like to say to the originators listening? You've been at this for a long time. You're now with us at Marketing Animals. You hang out with us on Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Any parting words that you give to maybe an originator who's still kind of struggling a little bit?
So first things first, as I kind of look back on what you and I just talked about, the one thing that I would say is, don't be afraid to have a friend in the business who is in the business.
Good yeah.
That's a good thing, because people move around, and there's often, as in this case, niches that I feel that he doesn't, and vice versa. So we trade back and forth, and have done so for 20 years, and we're good friends. And that's just, we never trade money. It's just, here, you take it, I'll take it. And so, take care of the customer. That's number one. Secondly, the DSP works. Use it.
Excellent. Excellent stuff. I really love that. Of course, I love the DSP works. Definitely the DSP works. But you are so right, man. Being able to have friends that are competitors, and good friends. You and your friend have been good friends for a long time, right? 20 something years. Yeah. And so being able to have good friends in the business that are competitors that, maybe they've got a little something I don't, or I got something little something they don't. It's good to know that you can pass that back and forth with trust. Right? Yeah, amongst our friends. So good stuff, man. And of course, working the daily success plan. With that, I will close this thing up. Michael, thanks so much for just filling us in on how this all went down. I just thought it was a really cool story, and I know it's going to be encouraging to a lot of people that, what, you're saying there's a chance, right? And there is a chance, and especially if you work it properly, especially if you work it like you've been doing. So I wish you all the best, man. I know this is going to be really cool. I can't wait to do a follow-up podcast, maybe in about 3 or 4 months, maybe the end of the year. Let's revisit and see how things have developed. Well, I'll see you on Breakfast Club, and you can keep us posted on Breakfast Club. And one of these days I'm gonna say, Michael, it's time. Let's get the sequel done and see how we're doing there. But thanks for your story. Really, really appreciate it. And thanks for showing up at Breakfast Club all the time. Okay.
Appreciate you, Frank. Thank you very much.
Hey, no problem. For the rest of you, golly, the daily success plan, you got to get it. If you haven't had a call with the main office at the Mortgage Marketing Animals, an absolutely free daily success plan call, man, you just got to do it. They're going to spend some time with you, go through what you do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Just go to dailysuccessplan.com, dailysuccessplan.com. So go there. Also, please join us at Loan Officer Breakfast Club. It's free. It's every day. It's 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're on the East Coast, pick your poison. I don't know. If you're in the central state, in the middle of the country, central time, whatever I'm trying to say, in the middle of the country, pick your poison, but it's early for the West Coast, and not so bad for the East Coast, but I tell you, it's all worth it. Jump on in. Loan Officer Breakfast Club, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Thursday. It's a half an hour long. A lot of good stuff, right, Mike? A lot of good stuff come out of Breakfast Club. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm on all the time. Like it.
Yeah, we'd love to see you there. Just go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com, loanofficerbreakfastclub.com, and sign up there. With that, we'll go ahead and get on out of here. We'll see you here next time at the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast. Adios.